The history of France is a captivating journey through time, marked by conquest, cultural renaissance, and revolutionary fervor. From the ancient Gauls and Roman conquest to the medieval grandeur of Charlemagne and the tumultuous Hundred Years' War, France's story is rich and varied. The Renaissance and Enlightenment brought intellectual brilliance, while the French Revolution and Napoleon's rise reshaped the nation and the world. In modern times, France emerged from world wars to become a global leader in culture, politics, and innovation. Join us as we explore the pivotal moments that have defined this remarkable country. Today we will talk about history of France, so before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Ancient Gaul and Roman Conquest, pre-5th century AD. Life and culture of the Gauls. Before becoming the nation we now know as France, the land was inhabited by a group of Celtic tribes known as the Gauls. These tribes were known for their fierce warrior culture, rich oral traditions, and complex social structures. They lived in fortified villages, engaged in farming and metalwork, and practiced a polytheistic religion centered around natural elements and deities. The Gauls were not a unified entity but a collection of tribes, each with its own chieftains and councils. Despite their tribal differences, they shared a common language and cultural traits, which gave them a distinct identity. Roman integration and influence. The Roman conquest of Gaul began in earnest in 58 BC under the command of Julius Caesar. Over the next few years, Caesar's legions systematically subdued the various Gallic tribes in a series of campaigns famously chronicled in his Commentary de Bello Gallico. By 52 BC, with the defeat of Vercingetorix at the Battle of Alesia, Roman control was firmly established. Roman integration brought profound changes to Gaul. The construction of roads, aqueducts, and cities like Lutetia, modern-day Paris, facilitated the spread of Roman culture and governance. Latin became the dominant language, and Roman law, architecture, and customs permeated Gallic society. The Gallic way of life was transformed, laying the foundation for modern France. Medieval France, 5th–15th centuries. Frankish kingdom in Charlemagne. The fall of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century saw the rise of the Frankish kingdom. The Franks, a Germanic tribe, established control over much of Gaul under the leadership of Clovis I, who converted to Christianity, aligning his kingdom with the Roman Catholic Church. One of the most significant figures of this period was Charlemagne, or Charles the Great. Crowned emperor of the Romans in 800 AD by Pope Leo XII, Charlemagne's reign marked the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of art, culture, and learning based on classical models. His empire, which covered much of Western Europe, laid the groundwork for the development of modern European states. Hundred Years' War and Joan of Arc. The medieval period was also marked by the protracted conflict known as the Hundred Years' War, 1337 to 1453, a series of battles and skirmishes between the kingdoms of England and France over territorial disputes and claims to the French throne. This war devastated the French countryside and led to significant social and political upheaval. A pivotal figure in the latter stages of the war was Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl who claimed to have received visions from saints instructing her to support Charles V and recover France from English domination. Her leadership and subsequent martyrdom galvanized French resistance and contributed to the eventual French victory, which solidified Charles V's reign and marked the end of English ambitions in France. Renaissance and Enlightenment, 16th–18th centuries. Cultural and intellectual movements. The Renaissance in France was a period of cultural and intellectual flourishing. The French Renaissance saw the construction of magnificent chateaux, the flourishing of literature, and advancements in science and philosophy. Figures such as François Rabelais, Michel de Montaigne, and René Descartes emerged as influential thinkers, contributing to the broader European intellectual movement. The Enlightenment followed, a period characterized by the emphasis on reason, individualism, and skepticism of traditional authority. Philosophers like Voltaire, Rousseau, and Montesquieu challenged the established social and political order, laying the intellectual groundwork for revolutionary change. Absolute monarchy at Louis XIV. During this time, France also experienced the height of absolute monarchy under the rule of Louis XIV, the Sun King. Louis XIV's reign, 1643 to 1715, epitomized the absolute power of the monarchy with his famous declaration, L'État, c'est moi. I am the state. The construction of the Palace of Versailles symbolized the opulence and centralized power of his rule. Louis XIV's aggressive foreign policies and extravagant lifestyle drained the treasury and sowed seeds of discontent, that would later contribute to revolutionary fervor. French Revolution and Napoleon, 1789 to 1815. Causes and phases of the Revolution. The French Revolution was a seismic event that fundamentally transformed France and had a lasting impact on the world. Driven by widespread discontent with the monarchy's excesses, economic hardship, and a desire for political and social equality, the revolution began in 1789 with the storming of the Bastille. The revolution unfolded in several phases, from the moderate National Assembly's reforms to the radical Reign of Terror, led by figures like Robespierre, which saw the execution of King Louis XIV, and many others. The revolution ultimately aimed to dismantle the old regime and establish a republic based on the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Rise and fall of Napoleon Bonaparte. Out of the chaos of the revolution rose Napoleon Bonaparte, a brilliant military leader who seized power in 1799, eventually declaring himself emperor in 1804. Napoleon's reign was marked by his ambition to expand French influence across Europe, leading to a series of conflicts known as the Napoleonic Wars. Napoleon implemented significant legal and administrative reforms, most notably the Napoleonic Code, which influenced legal systems worldwide. However, his relentless campaigns strained France's resources and ultimately led to his downfall. Defeated at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, Napoleon was exiled, marking the end of his rule and the restoration of the Bourbon monarchy. Modern France, 19th century present. Third Republic and World War. The 19th century saw the establishment of the Third Republic following the fall of the Second Empire in 1870. This period was marked by political instability, social change, and colonial expansion. France's involvement in World War I, 1914 to 1918, and World War II, 1939 to 1945, had profound effects on the nation. The devastation of the First World War led to significant loss of life and economic hardship. The Second World War saw France's occupation by Nazi Germany and the subsequent liberation by Allied forces, which marked a turning point in modern French history. Fifth Republic and contemporary France. The establishment of the Fifth Republic in 1958 under the leadership of Charles de Gaulle brought a new era of political stability. De Gaulle's presidency strengthened the executive branch and redefined France's role in the post-war world. In contemporary times, France remains a key player in global affairs, a founding member of the European Union, and a leader in arts, culture, and technology. The nation continues to grapple with issues such as immigration, economic inequality, and its role in the international stage, all while drawing on its rich historical legacy. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.